31 games, 8 wins, 16 losses, 7 draws. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Ruben Amorim's record at Manchester United since he took over last year. And quite frankly, I do not know what to tell you. Final score at the Etihad, Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0. And as much as I was looking forward to this game, something in my head was like, Aaron, you're being too optimistic because you know what's coming. And what came. Usually I respond, to the banter from friends and family members. When United lose, they'll send you a text, they'll call you, yo, everything okay? You'll joke around for a bit, but right now I'm just numb to it. And I've been numb to this for a whole year. What do I keep talking about to you guys? I always talk about choices. Choices, choices, choices. In this game of football as a manager, choices will either make you or break you, or make you look ridiculous. With Amorim, it's the latter. His persistence with this system, and listen, there's nothing wrong with the formation because clearly other teams can play this formation and succeed. But his persistence with this formation specifically for Manchester United and his persistence with the system, the way it needs to be played, is not working. It's not working. And I've had my concerns since the final of the Europa League. The Arsenal game kind of gave me a bit of hope, but this has to end now. End the suffering. Please. For yourself, Amorim, for the players, and for the fans. And it doesn't help when the manager comes out after the game and says stuff like, I'm never going to change my system. I'm never going to change my philosophy. If they, Ineos, want me to change, they'll have to change the man. What do you mean? For 31 games, I've seen you deploy this system, use this system, the formation, and it has not worked more than 8 times. This is relegation form, by the way. Who would have thought that with all the optimism, with all the money that was spent, that we would be sat here, or I would be sat here talking to you guys, saying that Manchester United have 4 points in 4 games. That is relegation form. And we've got Chelsea next. Lose that game, all of a sudden, you're in the relegation zone or close to it. At this point, doesn't matter. Choices, choices, choices. From the moment you choose not to play Senna Lamens, from the moment you choose to play Ugarte over Mainu again, from the moment you choose to play a 2-man midfield against this 3-4-man monster midfield in Manchester City, or against Manchester City, you only have yourself to blame, Amorim. Understand, people, I have zero sympathy for Amorim. Absolutely none whatsoever. You not playing Lamens, you not playing Mainu, you playing a 2-man midfield of Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes against that midfield. These are conscious choices, and I can't feel sorry for him when he makes those conscious choices. I cannot feel sorry for Amorim when Manchester United are 2-0 down, chasing the game, trying to score a goal, and he brings on Harry Maguire. I cannot feel sorry for him. I'm sorry. Imagine that. We need a goal. As you know in football, when you're 2-0 down, bring it back to 2-1, it's game on. Bring it back to 2-2. Now we have ourselves a game. We're 2-0 down, and your first thought is Harry Maguire. To do what exactly? Maybe you tell me, people in the comments. Maybe you tell me. I would love to sit here and talk about the players' individual performances who haven't been good. But I can't even do that because as much as I criticize some of them, look at the system they're being put into play. Look at the platform they're being put on to play. Now, don't get me wrong, there were a couple of stinkers in there today. But again, I can't focus on them too much today. Yes, I keep saying that X, Y, and Z, if you still have these players in your squad, you're not going to be able to win games of football. You're not going to be able to get close to a Premier League title. I've been talking about the Brunos, the Luke Shaws, the Maguires, but they keep getting picked. They don't pick themselves at this point. We should thank the heavens. We should thank the almighty God that Manchester City had the injuries that they had. The likes of Shirky and stuff like that, and Ait Nouri. You know what else we should thank God for? We should thank God for the fact that Brian Boumel and Amad Diallo play for Manchester United. Because if I was any of them, I'd be looking at the exit in the next 2 transfer windows. Because what is this? Amad Diallo is being used as a utility player. 1 minute he's a left 10, then we're making changes in the second half, and he's a right wing back again. What are we doing? I told you guys last time that this system is bringing out the best out of the wrong players. In this case today, the system brought out the best in no one. The players are being left by themselves to figure it out. Nobody can sit here and tell me that this system has improved anyone. Because the goal that we scored against Fulham wasn't on goal. It was a corner. And the goal that we scored against Grimsby was a solo run from Bumo. This system hasn't benefited anyone. Anyone. Ineos have to put an end to this. I'm sorry. Ineos have to put an end to this. He's been here for a calendar year and it's not working. I'm not wrong for saying this, and I'm not crazy for saying this. I think it's over. And as my guy Saeed would say, the curtain's on the wall. I think I tweeted out at some point, I can't remember when it was exactly, but Amorim, your choices, you live and die by your choices. And if you keep making the choices that you keep making, eventually it will cost you the job. Look at where we are. This is the exact scenario that I was talking about. I can't even analyze the game. The goals that we conceded were poor. Manchester City did not have to get out of first, forget second gear. They didn't have to get out of first gear today. This was not the usual Manchester City. Spurs went to the Etihad and moved to them. Brighton absolutely battered them. And here come Manchester United, making it easy for the opponent to beat them. Yet again, we do not have the required level to be in any sort of conversation. Not good enough. Not good enough. We should not be able to chat to anyone else from the Big Six when in 2025, we're still starting the likes of Luke Shaw and we're bringing on the likes of Harry Maguire. We should not be allowed to chat to anyone. That's what I have to say, really. This is a very short one, I'll be honest with you guys. Amorim, I've been saying that the time is up. It's time to move on to something different because it's clearly not working. That win against Burnley didn't fool me. I had a reason not to be extremely happy the same way people were happy. But you know how it goes. United fans are happy with anything. You give them a grain of bread, they'll be happy with it. Instead of actually being satisfied with the whole loaf of bread. What's the schedule saying? Chelsea at home, Brentford away, Sunderland at home, Liverpool away. Lord have mercy. I don't know what's going to happen by the time we play Liverpool, but when we do play them at Anfield, God be with us. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. And I think I'll leave you guys with that. Nothing more to say. I'm not angry. I'm not disappointed. I'm just numb to it. And this is my genuine reaction. So yeah, you know what to do, people. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you soon. Peace.